And we'll get started here. All right. Hi. Welcome to Mondays with Dale. So a name that was created, I think Barb started it, and it kind of stuck, and I kind of like the sound of it, so we've been doing it ever since. Welcome to this call. Real quick, for anybody that's new on this, why do we do this call? This is a call to get us started each week, so we have number one, communication. You find that you have a place where you can reach out. It's also a place I want us to be a family. I want us to feel like we're in this all together. Everybody working towards a common good. As you've heard me say before, if you focus on helping your team win, you automatically win. So I hardly ever think about where I am in the scheme of things, except for maybe the last 2 days of the month when I look and see where I am rank wise. Maybe I'm close to another rank. Other than that, I try to focus on my team. If I help my team succeed, I will automatically succeed. So again, this is to create family, camaraderie, to keep people up to date, to keep the communications open. Now, when I talk about communication, there's certain things, if you haven't done yet, as somebody new on this call, let's make sure that you have downloaded WhatsApp, because that's what's the most popular in Africa as far as keeping our teams together. Also download Telegram. Telegram is the one that corporate staff uses. So if you want to stay up with what's going on from the corporate side, it's great to have Telegram. Obviously join the Zoom group. If you're on here, you're already on that, but make sure your team is all on Zoom so they can come on to these calls. And obviously a couple others, Facebook. Facebook can be used for a lot of things. The company itself has a Facebook page. So does several of our teams that do trainings each week. So you want to stay on top of that. And then lastly, of the things I list here, YouTube. All these meetings that we do, I try to have we put them, like the stuff that we do myself is put into a YouTube library. So you can go back and you can look at all the past ones. If you're relatively new, you can go back and you can see other meetings we've had, trainings we've had, and keep your and again, bring yourself up to date so that we're all on the same time level and same page. Just real quick, if you got a piece of paper to pen, I'll give you my personal phone number, which you can reach me through WhatsApp, Telegram, or call me. That's 1-802-343-9075. And also my Facebook, you can reach me on my Facebook, friend me on Facebook. It's dale.franklin.378. I also have to look because I forget the number. But feel free to friend me on Facebook, and that's another way we can keep you up to date. You'll notice that if you have been with me very long, you're getting information through Jody Levanway. Jody sends out, what she first does when she first starts with any new person, she sends them out a list of apps to join and how to join them, a list of groups that we have that would benefit you, how to join them, and when they are, and then she sends you out daily postings every night here in the United States. She sends out a listing for tomorrow. It'll tell you what's going on tomorrow. As far as African meetings, as far as U.S. meetings, and she gives you the meetings, the address, the passwords, the times, everything you need, basically, so you can make sure you can stay connected. And that's the strength of building in a business like this. You got to stay connected. You got to be part of something bigger than yourself. If you're not, if you try to do this on your own, everybody I've seen that tries to do that struggles. Most of them fail. You need to be part of something bigger than yourself. You need to have that extra energy that you pick up from working with other people that have a common interest. So that's that. Just to give you some of the meetings that we have that you could reach out to, just so you'll be familiar with them. Obviously, this meeting every Monday. We have the WIN Network with Alton and Adrian. They do those daily. That's right there in Africa. Chris Bailey, who's on here today and going to be speaking, he does a international opportunity presentation every Saturday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We have a scheduled Zoom opportunity presentation. You can schedule one with me anytime you want. You just reach out to me and we can schedule something. Give me 2 or 3 days notice because I do book up. And a couple things to keep in mind. This Saturday, April 3rd, is our next Super Saturday. That's something we do as an overall team every month. And we try to do it, schedule it for the first Saturday of every month if it works. It's this Saturday, April 3rd. The ID number to get onto that, which is going to be posted everywhere, but if you need the ID number, it's 685-530-1008. They do have a password, but I've never had to use it. The password is 337808. So that's to get you into the Super Saturday. Super Saturday, you'll love it. It's about 90 minutes long, and it's you get to hear Chris and Vegas and Lennon Ledbetter and Connie, and I throw a few things in myself. It's a good place to learn, to be brought up to date, and to see who's doing well. We try to give accolades to the people that are doing something special. So that's this coming Saturday. The other thing I want to say real quickly before we get into the main piece of today is we are, as I told you last week, we are trying to give everybody in this team a little bit of a step up with what's going on in the Eastern European bloc, going into places like I'll list the countries: Ukraine, Turkey, Russia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Moldova, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Those are all countries that we're getting ready to open, and could happen as early as like within the next 2 weeks. The reason I want you guys to know this is because I understand that in several of the African countries, some of the kids that went to college actually went to college in places that had special deals, like Ukraine, like Russia. So you may already have contacts there. So there might be a chance for you to build. Through this whole thing, the guys that are actually building this also have affiliations with Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia. So there's another place where you might be able to tie in to this, what we're doing. So again, you're hearing about this as some of the very first people that are going to know about this. We're just getting started in Russia. We're just getting started in Ukraine. If you have any connections or have the ability to find connections from that area, it would give you a chance to be one of the first ones in. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that, okay? You won't hear about it from corporate. You won't hear about it from basically anywhere else. It's because there's just a few of us that are working on this, and I want you guys to have every chance you possibly can to succeed by being one of the first people in. So just keep that in mind. If you want to know more, I'll try to keep you up to date on what's going on. Well, that's all the things we do to try to catch up. Today, we've got a great speaker. I want to take a minute and introduce Chris Bailey. He's been on here before, and with great response. Chris and I have known each other for about 12 years now. He is an incredible, I'm always impressed. He's an incredible leader, trainer, and motivator. And it's how rare it is to have that all in one person. You usually have somebody who can lead, but they're not great at motivating, or somebody that's great at leading and motivating, but not great at training. He's great at all of it, and I respect him so much for that. He's gone to the top of multiple network marketing companies. He was in the prior company I was in, and he was the top of the company. He went on to a couple others after that and went to clear the top. And now he's found a home here. And as he stated himself, this is his final stop. He sees the star at the top of the hill there. This is his final resting place, and with good reason. This is a phenomenal company. One other thing about Chris that I have always been impressed with is his ability to get great leaders around him. I mean, people recognize his leadership abilities, and you always have that group of what I call lieutenants, the ones that don't necessarily want to be the focal point of the company, but they're leaders. They're the guys in the trenches, the guys that really get this thing going. and he's always been able to bring along a lot of great lieutenants on his team, and help them to succeed. Many of them beyond what they ever dreamed they'd succeed. He's currently a 50K affiliate with this company, which I know is just a stepping stone to much higher ranks. And he's also feeling pretty relaxed right now because he just moved from Maryland to Fort Lauderdale. And I saw a picture of him today. He got up this morning, took a run right along the beach, and I was jealous, man. I was jealous big time. So without further ado, my friend Chris Bailey, are you on the call?
Yes, sir, Dale. Sorry about that. I was waiting for you to unmute me, but I guess I unmuted myself. All right, man. Thanks so much for all the kind words. I really appreciate it.
Welcome. I always get excited when you're on my call because you're knowledgeable, you're fun, and you know we always have a good time. What's it like living down there in Fort Lauderdale? You've been there what, a week and a half?
No, it hasn't even been a week yet.
Has it not?
And I'm telling you, it's the greatest decision that I've made in a very long time. So I'm so very happy. I know you and Woody was talking about the weather. It's perfect weather down here. And just something I'm gonna say that, you know, that kind of, you know, falls into what we're gonna talk about today, but I wanna do it while it's on my mind because I didn't take my brain spray. So I need to speak while it's on my mind because I won't remember. One of the things that I really realized this morning, so if anybody has ever been to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, it's the yacht capital of the world. There's a lot, like Bentleys and Ferraris are being driven around here like, you know, a Toyota. They're a dime a dozen. And one of the things that that I have to say is that being here is such a motivation. You know, I really expect my business to blow up just because I moved here and see this on a daily basis. So, man, I'm very excited. I'm a beach guy, so I'm very close to the beach where I moved, and you know, so I'm taking every morning, or you know, do walks or runs every morning on the beach, and it's just a dream life. So very, very excited.
Well, you know, I know you're big on vision boards, and I know one of the things on your vision board was to move to Florida, and you just did that. And I know one of the next things on your vision board was a particular car and a particular house. So I have no doubt those are going to happen next. And you're right. You're in an area where you have affluent people, but we know as leaders that no matter how affluent they are, people are always looking for that next income stream. The average millionaire has 7 income streams. So, I mean, I know you're going to do fantastic there, and it's going to be a lot of fun while you're doing it. What I'd like you to take a 5 minutes or so and just kind of give us for the people that are here that haven't heard you before, kind of give us a quick history of, you know, where you came from and how you came up through the ranks in the different network marketing companies. So just kind of give us a little history.
Okay, great. So everybody, about 15 years ago, I was introduced to my first network marketing company, and at the time, I didn't know a lot about network marketing. As a matter of fact, I didn't think people really made big money in network marketing. The only reason I signed up really was to support my friend, and you know, since he invited me out, and to use the products from that company. And long story short, when I first joined the company, I didn't do anything for a few months, and then I was going on vacation. And I took the magazine from the company that featured them and talked about how great they were on vacation. And that's when I read all about the company and about the money people were making. But more importantly, I started seeing the lifestyles that people were living. And because there was a DVD in there as well. And I said, man, I want to live like that. And that's the day that my life changed forever. Once I saw that DVD and read the magazine, I called my friend from vacation, and I told him, when I come home, man, I'm all in. I'm gonna tear this thing up. And 2 years after that, I was quitting my full-time job, and I've been free from a job for the past 13 years. I've been living my dreams. I'm not nowhere near where I want to be yet, but you know, the freedom of not having to work and being able to live my dreams because of that decision has completely changed my life. Now, I want you guys to understand I'm a very uneducated person. I barely graduated high school. I've never been to college. I had bad grades all throughout high school. I had to go to summer school 2 times. And, you know, if I can do this, anybody can do it. Now, what separated me from other people is I had really big dreams. I had goals, and I believed I can do it, you know, and that's so big, you know, just having that belief that if anybody else did it, that I can do it too. So that's kind of where I've been. And I've built teams in the tens of thousands all over the world. So I've traveled the world doing big presentations and trainings, especially all throughout multiple countries in Africa. I'm an avid traveler. So I travel almost every single month. You know, I love the vacation. I'm a beach guy. So my nickname was Caribbean Chris. And I say was because now I think it's going to be Florida Man. And, you know, and I'll tell you, the freedom and flexibility, because, you know, people ask me, man, how did you move? Because I decided to move to Florida 2 weeks ago. And it's the freedom that this business gives me because we can work anywhere in the world. So people are asking me, did you find a job, you know, and all this? And I'm like, no, I have an online business that I can do from the beach. So that decision 15 years ago to get started, and make no mistake about it, guys, when I got started, I didn't know anything. So if you're new to this and you don't know anything, it's fine. It took me a couple of years to really get it going. But once I got it going, man, there was no stopping. So that's pretty much my story. And as Dale said, we were in a company years ago together, and I was at the top of the company, and I just saw the writing on the wall that company wasn't going to last too much longer. So that's when I decided to leave that company. Went to a couple of other companies, did very well with those companies as well. Fortunately / unfortunately, the last company I was with, they were messing up our paychecks. And that's when I became open, and that's how I wound up landing at My Daily Choice. And I'm so glad it happened. You know, a lot of times when you're in the middle of, you know, not getting your paycheck, you know, you're really upset, and, you know, but it was a bigger plan. The bigger plan was for me to land at My Daily Choice. And now I truly believe that this is the best network marketing company on the planet. I truly believe this company will be around for decades and decades, and, you know, we'll be able to will our money to our, you know, family for generations to come. So very excited, happy to be here, love this company. And one other side note, it's about the relationships that you build. When Dale and I was in the other company years ago, we weren't on the same team. Now we are on the same team. So it's really exciting that, you know, you build a relationship with someone like, with me in this case, Dale. And I'm gonna tell you guys, our bond was good, even though we weren't on the same team, so we didn't make money together. I had, you know, visited his house. We worked out together, you know, and, you know, we remained friends, and now we're back together, you know, as a family here in My Daily Choice. So very excited about that.
That's great, Chris. It's, you know, it is. It's the, I say this and everybody kind of almost rolls their eyes when they hear me say it, but I have created so many friends, so many relationships in this business. If I'd known what I know now when I first got started, and you told me that I'd never make any money at it, I still would have done it just for the benefit of the friendships and the relationships I've made. Obviously, that's not how it works. You make money too, but again, it's more than just a money factor. It's the friendships, the family, everything goes with that. You one thing you told me that, and I want people to listen to that. You said it took you a couple of years to get things the way you wanted them. And one thing, the reason that you did so well at every company you've been at is because you build for sustainability. And many many companies, many people in many companies, they kind of, they get in, they say, okay, I can make X amount of money signing people up quick and then I'll move on, you know? And the thing is, how you build a team like that and then you tell your people to follow you to the next one, you do the same thing. How long do you think you're going to keep people loyal to you if all they think of you as being that guy just keeps hopscotch in between company to company to company so that you can make money, not necessarily them? And the beautiful thing about the way you've done it, you've built it sustainable and you've built it so that everybody on your team has the access to the same abilities to earn as you do. I'd like you to elaborate on that just a little bit.
Yeah, so first of all, when I move from one company to the other, it's never a decision that I want to make. It's always the company does something to mess up, you know, like I said, the last one, they messed up our paychecks. So Dale mentioned earlier in the introduction about having people that are leaders. So when typically, when I decide to leave one company and go to another one, I don't make the decision by myself. I recommend, you know, I'll meet with, you know, a company or something like that, and then I'll contact our leadership team. And these are people who, some of them had no network marketing experience at all, but they became leaders, you know, and we built it together in solid. So I'll go back to them and say, hey guys, here's a company I think we should go to. And, you know, we make the decision kind of together. So therefore, you know, it's not just Chris choosing a company and da, da, da. So anyway, that's one of the things that I do because as, you know, we mentioned a minute ago, the relationships you wind up building, you know, are priceless and they're long-term. And especially, as Dale said, building a team that you care about and not just about making money. And when you have a higher cause like that, and you know, it's not about just making a dollar, but helping other people change their lives, it's a different ball game. And that's one of the things that people don't understand about network marketing. In most companies, not just My Daily Choice, but in most companies, the people that do hit the top of the companies are usually people who care about people more than a lot of other people do. And so, you know, it takes that. You can hit the top of the company by not caring, but you probably won't stay there, okay? And so the bond relationships and helping people definitely is very important. Now, Dale touched on another subject. So yes, in the company that Dale and I were with, and some of y'all will experience this, but you just got to stay focused and stay the course. So when I got started with the company, you know, again, I had little to no network marketing experience. And it took me a couple of years to really get it going. I made some good money up front because I was recruiting pretty good in the very beginning. But you got to, again, sustain it and build it. And the way that you do it and make it long term is, again, building the bond and relationships. And that's what happened. So we didn't have the biggest team in the company, but because we had a solid team and people that learned to care for people, and we created that culture of everybody loving everybody and everybody caring for each other, and that kept resonating. So just like with Dale, where it's more than just joining a network marketing company, people were coming around because they wanted to be part of the movement. You know, they wanted to be part of something special. They felt wanted. They felt like family. And so, you know, there were a lot of people who weren't making substantial money, but they stayed with it because they love to have fun and they love the culture and the people. And again, some people don't have people that really care for them outside of network marketing, but they felt part of a family within our team. So what we did was we just built a real solid team, people that care for one another. And, you know, just like any other business, you know, we have a lot of people that quit, all right? And what you do is you just take the ones that's not going to quit, the ones that stay the course, and you just work with them, and you guys just continue to build. Now, I do want to say that this is something that happened to me. And, you know, you hear about it in trainings all the time, is you're running your own race against you, all right? I'm not running a race against anybody else. I'm not competing against anybody else. In network marketing, there's so much room at the top. This is not like a sport where only one team can win. And here, everybody can win. So what was happening was people were coming in the company and passing me up. Okay, they were passing me up and ranking up and ranking up. And I was seeing people hit, close to the top of the company, and I wasn't doing it. Of course, you get a little frustrated and all this, and you're like, wow, I wish I could be like them. And all that went through my mind too. But I just stayed the course and stayed solid. And next thing you know, I hit the highest rank of the company and passed a lot of other people back up because we built that solid foundation. And I wound up being the highest ranked person in the company as well. So, and I want to mention that is because a lot of you guys are going to experience it. You're going to experience, tough times. You're going to experience people coming in after you, passing you up. Don't worry about all that. Just stay excited, stay focused, do the things you're supposed to do, and it all will come together.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's that tight knit. Like I know when we go to convention, when you were at the first, when we were in this first company, and we go to convention, everybody was taking pictures of their team that came, and there'd be 12 here and 4 there and 8 there, and then we'd look over and there'd be Chris Bailey with his team, and there'd be 65 people there, all family, all together, wanting to have their pictures taken as one big group. And it was no doubt why you floated to the top, because you created that sustainability. I'm going to have you move into your training in just a minute, but I wanted to talk about one last thing about what you said was, I want people to understand the reason Chris went from company to company to company, as he said, was, many of these companies were one product companies. Okay. And because they are one product companies, and if something like our first one was a fuel additive, well, all of a sudden the price of fuel went from $4 to $2 and people weren't all that excited about our fuel additive. And, one of the other companies that Chris worked with was a travel company. And that was great until COVID came around, and then boom, they got hammered. Well, we have a travel company, but it's not our only thing. So when COVID hit, the travel took a hit, but our nutritional sprays grew like crazy because people wanted to take care of their health. So we are a house of brands, and I'd just like you to address real quickly on that, Chris. The simple fact that that's why this is your final stop is because now you have something that's diverse enough to keep you sustained no matter what happens around the world.
Yes. So, the CEO, Josh Zwagel, who Dell and I, he was in the business with us as well. Number one, we really trust him. We know his background. We know how he thinks. And this guy is just really smart, and he's really brilliant. And, before I actually joined the company, and so did Dale, we all met with Josh. We flew out there to Las Vegas. And one of the things Josh said, and this is why this guy is so smart, man, is he said, Chris, I've studied all the companies that have been around for decades and that are making billions of dollars every year. And he said they all got one thing in common. They all got over 100 products. And at the time, and it's been a little less than 2 years that I signed up, the company only had a few products. Man, he's added so many products just in the past year, that he's keeping true to his word. He said, we will have over 100 products. But more importantly, this guy really understands the timing of business. And if you guys don't know, Josh probably was the first network marketing company to market CBD. As a matter of fact, one of the first companies, period, to market CBD. And that completely changed this company's complexity. People who were making, I don't know, $200-300 a month were now making $20,000, $30,000 a month in just a matter of months. Here's what I truly believe, okay, is that this guy and his wife will eventually find another amazing product, life-changing product like CBD that will completely change this company again, because they're that smart. So what I want you to imagine is I want you to imagine, let's say that it's 6 months from now, and they come up with a new genius product, and you have a big team. Overnight, your checks will skyrocket. Okay, that's what I know, that we're going to see that over and over again. And it may be every 5 years that they come up with some amazing system, product, or something that's going to be a game changer to the industry. So that's one thing that I know will happen multiple times over and over again. And just like Dale said, the last company I was with, we were travel business, and I love that company because I love to travel, right? So it was a lot of fun. But they had to file for bankruptcy, right? Because COVID completely murdered that company. And what I love about our company is, let's say, for example, the CBD bombs out, and, you know, our company is not the CBD king, and, you know, but travel picks back up, right? So now we got the travel portal. That's amazing, because I've compared our prices against other prices, that we can, you know, we have so many different product lines. And again, we'll have more, that any one of them is a multi-billion, and in travel, that's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So when you look at all the industries that we're a part of, they're all are big industries. Any one, we could do just essential oils and make billions. We could do just travel and make billions. We could do just health and wellness and make billions. And, you know, that diversification and the more products that are coming out are going to be awesome. Also, what's really exciting about it too is, let's say, for example, I saw Tina just post about the Shield spray, okay? And I know my man Woody over in Australia is excited about the Passion spray, right? But here's the cool thing. We have different sprays. We have different product lines. So say, for example, you know, you might be into CBD. I might be into health sprays. Dale might be into travel, right? But if I only sold health sprays, Dale wouldn't be coming here, right? And so that's the beauty of it. So you might have friends and family that are not interested in the same product line you're interested in, but they can be interested in another product line, and you guys don't even have to use the same product line. So that's what's really exciting too, because again, when we were doing the fuel treatment, that was the only thing we had was fuel treatment. So if people didn't have a car, you know, there was no interest in fuel treatment. And then most people thought that that was a man's product. So, you know, it was sometimes harder to recruit ladies into the business, which ladies dominate network marketing. Yeah, the different product lines, the longevity of the company, because of the product lines, the sustainability is, again, all the reasons why I believe this is a legacy company that I'll be here for life. So I hope that answers your question, Dale.
Yes, it does. Thank you. And now I want to slide right into, I know you had some training specific training you wanted to give us. So why don't you slide right into that?
Okay. So a lot of times, guys, I always create training slides, but today I just wrote down 5 different subjects or topics that I'm going to touch on really quick. And I just think that these are very important. And a lot of it you probably heard before. And let me just say this about network marketing. You're going to hear the same thing over and over again. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you hear it from someone different, it hits different. Okay. And I remember I used to train my team on something, and I said something all the time. And then another trainer came. We had a guest trainer. This girl, her name is Natalie Lewis. She's a legend in the industry. She came and trained my team one time and said the exact same thing. And all my leaders came to me and like, oh, that's the greatest idea. And I'm like, man, I said that 5,000 times. And they said, but you didn't say it the way she said. Okay. But one good thing is our industry is really simple. So even though you keep hearing the same things over and over again, that's good. Okay. So because it's just, our business is that simple. So the first thing I want to talk about is you got to have a dream, right? You got to have a dream, and you got to have a strong why. You got to have a purpose on doing this business. And the reason why is because when it gets tough and you want to quit, you got to have something bigger than just, oh, I want to make some money. Okay. So like for me, my why was my kids. And, you know, I had little kids, and the way I grew up in a real challenging situation when I was a kid. I grew up in some tough neighborhoods, rough schools, and I just didn't want my kids to ever experience anything I did as a kid. So they were my why. And, you know, I said the only way that I'm gonna make sure that my kids are gonna be straight for life is to make sure that I work this business and make a lot of money. And so that's what I did. But, you know, when the times got challenging, when I wanted to quit, and look, everybody wants to quit at some point. All right. The key to it is no matter how much you want to quit, you keep going. Okay. So those times when I wanted to quit, the times when I was unmotivated, you know, my why is what actually carried me through and made me strong enough to be able to keep going when I didn't want to. And then the dreaming big, that's so critically important. As a matter of fact, when you read a lot of personal development books, usually they all talk about that subject. Okay. You got to have big dreams and big goals. And, you know, because, you know, if your dreams are low, you might hit them and there's no change, right? So if your dreams are big and you may not still hit them, you might not hit them, but you get halfway, it's bigger. Your halfway with a big dream is better than having low to no dream, if you kind of follow me. Okay. And what I've done is make a habit of doing vision boards, as we talked about. As a matter of fact, I have two of them here. One of them I can see, I put it right on top of my refrigerator because I live in the kitchen. I love to eat. So I got a big vision board on top of the refrigerator. And I always go and visit. So, you know, just like we said, I just moved to Fort Lauderdale because I was coming down here dreaming of doing it. So if you look at my vision board, it has Florida at the top. So now that's accomplished. Okay. And, you know, because I love touching and seeing and feeling, go touch that dream car, go visit the dream house, you know, stay obsessed with it. Okay. So that's the first thing I want to talk about, is having that big dream. And look, one thing that I will tell you, sometimes we feel like we can't accomplish that dream, like we don't deserve it, right? Here's what I want you to think of every time you think that, is the people that accomplish their dreams are no better than you. They are human just like you. They bleed just like you. And most of them are college dropouts. All right. Most of them don't have a lot of formal education. All right. Even Josh Wago dropped out of college, our CEO. He dropped out of college, and look at him now. All right. And that guy is very wealthy. Trust me. Okay. So if any other human can do it, you can too. Okay. The second thing is being consistent. And that's where a lot of people have challenges. And what I mean by being consistent, because you got to keep doing a lot of little things on a regular basis that's not going to have results right away. Give you an example. For me, it's Facebook. I post a lot on Facebook, and sometimes I'll post and nobody likes the comments. I'll post and, you know, might get, you know, 2 or 3 people that like it, and they're always in the business. But here's the thing, I keep posting, okay? Because one thing is people are continuing to watch. So, and I'll give you a great example. Sometimes people not educated on our products or CBD or something like that, or they may not be ready at the time. So say, for example, you're promoting Trim 365, you know, maybe one day, 6 months from now, they're like, you know what, I want to lose some weight. And I know that guy, Chris Bailey, always talks about losing weight with this product called Trim 365. Let me hit him up. All right. That's what happens. So people wind up coming back to you later because you were consistent, and, you know, they know that you're the CBD person or the shield spray person or the sleep spray person or whatever. So what I've figured I really want is people to know what I do, so that when they're ready for it, I'm the person they think of. All right. So And I know that, you know, most of the time I'm going to post and I'm not going to get results, but I'm staying consistent. All right, I'm always on it, and that, I'm telling you, that has led to a lot of my success. And not only being consistent on Facebook, but all your friends, all your family, everybody should know that you're in this business. Okay, I am a walking billboard. I wear my hat. I have car magnets on my car. Okay, I have shirts I wear that says that, you know, I sell CBD. I mean, you know, I use every bit of way to be inconsistent as possible. Okay. So consistency is critical. All right. The third thing is personal development. Okay. It is so very important for you to focus on getting better, especially if you've never done anything like this before, or even if you've done it with 5 different companies but never had success. You just got to focus on getting better. And the way that you get better is through personal development, reading motivational books, watching a lot of free stuff on YouTube, going to trainings. Okay, all this stuff counts. All of it's personal development. And, you know, being on you know, being with Dale on Mondays, you know, it's personal development. All these things, when you're picking up little nuggets here and there, that makes you better. Even sometimes, like for me, as a person that's uneducated, I'll read a book, you know, in network marketing, and then I'll start speaking it and saying the things that they say in the book, and people be like, "Oh, wow, you really know what you're talking about, right?" Well, I'm just stealing from the books, okay, and I'm stealing from the audios and the videos from YouTube, okay. So it's very important, and also what's very important about it is, a lot of times we think we're victims, right? In other words, you might see, you know, all the people around you having a bunch of success, and you thinking that, you know, you're just not good at it. Okay. Then when you read these books, and most of these top earners that wrote a book, most of them didn't have success in the beginning either. And they experienced the same thing that we experienced. In other words, people passing them up. And when you read it in a book, and you read it in multiple books, all right, one of my favorites is Beach Money by Jordan Adler. He said the first 10 years, he didn't even sign up one person in a whole bunch of, he signed up in like 10 businesses, didn't recruit one person in 10 years, but he kept believing, and now he's a multi-millionaire. So when you read these books, you'll realize that it's not that you're a victim, but it's just part of the journey. Okay, so these books are very, very, very important. All right. All right, the next one that I want to talk about is taking ownership. All right, this is critically important. I always say, if your upline disappears, let's say if Dale Franklin ups and leaves this company, okay, and you never have, right, I know, right, Dale, but you'd never have Dale at your side again, would your business close? All right, see, here's the thing. Anybody can sign up in this business right now and literally go in the back office and watch all the training videos and build an empire without any help. Anybody can, okay? So it's critical that you take ownership of your business and start leading your team, okay? So you wanna focus on being a master inviter. You know, again, these are things that we do. We invite our team to trainings like this. We invite prospects to look at the opportunity. So you want to take ownership of your business and never play the blame game, right? Don't blame your upline. You know, sometimes we all want people placed under us, right? You're watching other people. Oh man, that person, you know, they happen to have a good spot in a tree and they're getting all this spillover. They got, you know, 100 people that was placed under them and all this kind of stuff. Man, let me tell you something. Every business, and I mean every single one of them, I've never gotten spillover. I never have. Okay, I always got to build both my left leg and my right leg. All right. When I first got into the industry, you know, I was in the guy leg and I blew it out. You know, so he ain't never placed nobody under. And then, you know, when I joined other businesses, they all know I'm gonna blow it out. So they're like, that leg's good. So I ain't gonna throw nobody under Chris' team. So, but I love that. I take it as a challenge. Okay, and you know, but I love taking ownership of my business. So very important, guys. If your business is relying on the upline, then you need to learn faster so that you can take ownership of your business. All right. Now that doesn't mean that you stop attending trainings and you know, get all your team to all the trainings, because there might be people. Let's say, for example, you got a team and your trainings are really good, and you know, but there might be some people who resonate with Dale better, right? And then the other thing that I've definitely learned is, you know, your team gets tired of hearing from you all the time, so you definitely want to put other people in front of them. So, you know, but taking ownership, no blame game, no complaining. If people are making money in this company, then you can too. If the products are working for other people in this company, then you can too. Okay. But that's very, very, very important. And then the last subject I want to talk about is never quitting. Ever. Never, ever, ever, ever. Now, we're going to see the shiny objects. People are going to come to you with all kinds of other businesses that they promise will be better, and they'll make it look easy and all that. I'm here to tell you, all network marketing works the same. All right. It's just different products, different companies, and different comp plans. You're not going to find a better comp plan than this. Now, and trust me, guys, I'm a comp plan guy. Okay. There are some companies that front load comp plans, and there are other companies that back load comp plans. So what I mean by front loading is the bonuses are really big, right? So you might have somebody that left your team and they're like, oh man, I was only making $30 a month with My Daily Choice, but now I'm making $300 already in my first month. Well, that's because the company front loads, right? So they're making it that you get all these bonuses up front, but there's no residual income, all right? So I've learned that game, right? I've learned when people leave and making money, I'm like, okay, well, let me know what you're making 2 months from now, all right? Because I'm not in this business for bonuses. I'm in this business for long-term residual income, right? So the thing about My Daily Choice is it has the perfect balance. It has really good upfront money, and it also has really good back money. So the balance is like perfect, okay? Very, very smart comp plan. But so, you know, you're going to get those shiny objects, but I'm telling you, just stay the course, okay? There are so many people that leave this company and regret it, and I've seen it, okay? And you don't want to be that person, okay? And you also don't want to be the person that's known from switching from company to company. You know, unfortunately, when I had to do it, it's stuff that I had to do. I never wanted to leave any one company that I left, all right? But again, this is why I truly believe that My Daily Choice is the long-term plan. All right, let's see, we got somebody. All right, Dale, you got them?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, so, but let me just share a story, right? Let me share a story. The business that I was in with Dale years ago was a company. No, I'm going to share a better story. All right, let me share a better story. This is a better story. All right, we got some serious background noise there.
Let me mute everybody, and then you can come back on, okay?
Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, thanks, Dale. All right, so this is a story I want to share with you guys. I was going to share my story, but I'm going to share another story that's even way better than mine. So this is this company called My Daily Choice. You all probably heard of it. My Daily Choice started a little over 6 years ago. And just like any other startup company, you know, nobody was getting rich in the very beginning. So it was a grind. When you join a startup company, you know, there's a lot of hard work that has to go in because nobody's heard of the company. It's new products, et cetera, right? So the first couple of years, this company trotted along the first 2 years, and they were doing okay. I mean, they got up to like $10 million in revenue, which is almost $1 million a month, which is not bad money, okay? But by all means, that's not a game changer company yet. So what happened was, you know, some people saw the other shiny objects with other companies that, you know, were making a lot more money, and they decided to jump ship from My Daily Choice. And some of them, when they left, the people they signed up stayed at this company. One of the people that stayed at this company was a person that wind up hitting the top of the company and started making over $1 million a month. Now that person's sponsor who signed them up went to another company and did not do so well, okay? And now the thing that's unique about this compensation plan, and I've never seen it anywhere else, this is the only company that I've ever seen in network marketing where you literally can sign up one person and your life can be changed forever. So that one person had the same experience that I had with the company that I was with years ago with Dale. Is the first couple of years was a struggle, right? And then, you know, year 3 or 4, that's when the breakthrough happened. Well, guess what? When this person had the breakthrough, they skyrocketed and started making over $1 million a month. Their sponsor quit. In check match alone, their sponsor would have been making about $300,000 a month. If that's not enough reason for you to never quit, okay. You know, the thing is, a lot of times we all want to sign up a superstar. Well, that superstar might already be on your team, and it might take them a while, just like it did me, and just like it did the young lady that makes over $1 million a month in My Daily Choice. It might take them a while to get going, all right? But guys, never quit. This company is freaking awesome. It's the best company that we'll probably ever see in network marketing. You know, I just can't say anything else about it. So yes, never quit, ever, 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 never, ever, ever. Even if you got to, you know, order less product, you know, just make sure your position stays active. And I'll tell you just one more quick story, and it's staying in the same line, is our upline, Chris Robinson, who makes over $1 million a year with this company. He had the same experience. He started when the company started, and you know, it didn't take off like they were hoping. So he wound up going back to doing his own business, but he kept his auto ship. All right. And man, that has paid off because he didn't know that when this company got CBD, he wasn't watching, but he kept his auto ship. All right. And for him, his money that he gets paid was going to an account that he wasn't watching because it wasn't significant money at first. He happened to get a call because he's good friends with Joshua Wagle, and Joshua Wagle just said, "Hey man, have you checked your bank account lately?" All right. And he went and checked his bank account, and it had tens of thousands of dollars in it. And he was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" All right. I want to be in the "whoa, what's going on" category, not the "oh man, I wish I would have stayed with your company." Okay. All right. So that's all I got, guys, is again, just going back over it, dream big and have a strong why, be consistent, even when it doesn't feel like it's working. Still keep doing it, right? Still wear the shirts, still post about it, still tell friends about it, okay? They'll come back to you, trust me, all right? Number 3, read, do personal development, focus on getting better, all right? Focus on your skills. Number 4, take ownership, never complain to downline. If you ever have problems, talk to your upline, okay? But take ownership of your business, and you'll see, you know, that completely change. And of course, number 5, never, ever, 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 one more time, ever quit the business. All right. So with that being said, thank y'all so much for having me today. I'm gonna turn it back over to you, Dale.
Hey, Chris, thank you so much. You know, when I listen to you, every time I listen to you, I'm all ready to sign up again. You know, and you're right. This business is phenomenal. A couple of things I want to just kind of top off with that. In Kenya, I know you got the lockdown. Lockdown is a challenge. That's all it is, okay? It just means you have to go at it a different way, but everything that we're trying to do is still available. You can, if you can't go to the office, although I understand the office is still going to be doing one-on-ones and stuff like that, but if you can't go to the office for the big meetings, if you don't feel comfortable going to the office, you can do stuff over your phone, over Zoom, over WhatsApp. I have done full presentations on WhatsApp, just using the voice messaging back and forth. I've done the same thing on Telegram. There's so many ways that you can continue to build this business. And so don't focus on what you can't do right now. focus on what the positives. The positives. We have a virus. People are scared. They're willing to look for things that they might be able to take, that if we can just maybe make them a little less susceptible, because you're fully healthy, because you're taking the CZ spray, or you're taking the shield spray. People are looking for that type of stuff, and they want it. You just got to let them know that you have access to it. So just change gears. Don't focus on what you can't do. Focus on what you can do. And the other thing I just want to follow up on something that Chris said earlier was, I really believe that many people in this business are held back by one thing that you have to really sit back and think about yourself, is fear of success. You're afraid of succeeding because you're afraid that you might not be able to handle what that entails. And the fact is, you have so many leaders above you that are going to help you when you get to that situation. If Chris Robinson, Chris Bailey, Lennon Ledbetter, Dale Franklin, Phil Reynolds, if any of us see that you are doing things that are making your business grow, and it gets to the point where you might need more help, we're all going to step in and we're going to help you. So once you show us that volume and stuff like that, we're going to be there. So do not be afraid of success. And I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people are. A lot of people go, wow, I don't think I'm good enough to handle this once it gets going. You will always have people that help you. You'll always have mentors that are going to step in and help you with that. So do not fear success. Go for it. This business, as Chris said, the easiest business in the world. You're just becoming inviters. Invite people to an opportunity presentation. And then when they say yes, invite them to training. Show them where the accesses are for everything that we're doing. And the training we have, the books they can read, everything that can help them to grow. But the bottom line is, don't fear success, and don't let the lockdown deter you. It just means you have to look at things a different way. You just have to be flexible, and this company is very flexible. So having said all that, we're at our 1 hour. Chris, thank you so much. You always do a fantastic job. I appreciate you so much. And for the rest of you, it's I know you hear me say this all the time, but I truly care for all of you. I love you all. I want you to succeed. And all you have to do, if you want something, is just to help with any obstacle you have. Just reach out to us. Tell us what it is. I don't think I have ever not responded to somebody who's asked for help. Sometimes somebody will ask a question that I know is an easy answer to, and I might refer you to something in the back office rather than telling you, because I want you to know how to get there the next time. Okay. So again, I may turn that into a teaching moment rather than just giving you the answer. But again, we're here for you. We want to help you succeed, and I want to wish you the best of luck this week. Get out there, just get going at it. You can be amazed what you can do in 7 days. By next Monday, you'll be amazed where you can be if you just get out there and do it. So having said all that, thank you all for coming on. We'll see you next Monday. Love you all. Have a great week. Let's all succeed and be proud of what we're doing. Let's do this for ourselves and for our families, for our grandchildren yet unborn. Have a great week.
Thank you, Dale.
Take care, everyone.